Everybody to the April 15th Unionville Town Board meeting. We'll start with the pledge. Following the pledge, I ask you to remain standing, and Councilman Harrington will have something to say.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. I'd like to have a moment of silence for the Honorable Rennie Abrams. He was a town justice in Dover Plains for 36 years, and he worked very closely with our court over the years. He passed away a week ago today. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. I had a report from the fire department come in earlier today. If we could add that, and also tax collector report. Like to add those on with following the animal control there.
I'll make the motion.
Second on that?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, thank you. Was invited by the fire department to attend their annual installation dinner. It was a great time. I sure appreciate their invitation. While I'm speaking about the fire department, I would like to mention to some of the people, we've got a number of people here living here now that have come from other places with paid fire departments. Our fire department here in Unionville is 100% volunteer. They put a lot of dedication into that, and not only to respond to the calls, but there's an immense amount of training that's involved with that. I really want to show them our appreciation for what they do for us. They're constantly looking for membership. If people here in town have spare time and are interested in becoming involved in the community and helping others, you could contact the fire department at your local firehouses, one there on Clove Road and one on Route 82 in Burbank. This Saturday at 9:30 at the Clove Firehouse. Is a Sunday. Saturday. At the Clove Firehouse, we'll be doing a roadside cleanup. We'll all meet there. We have donuts when we start and then pizza when we finish. We'll assign some roads, go out and pick up as much trash as we can in that time period. And then I have the finance report here. In our general checking account, we have $1,195,916. Miscellaneous receipts is $3,583. General money market fund is $94,534. General New York class is $2,784,641. General New York class reserve is $10,273 for a total of $4,088,946. Highway checking is $656,067. Highway money market is $37,173. Highway New York class is $32,365. Highway New York class for the West Clove Bridge is $618,720. And the Highway New York class equipment reserve is $208,913 for a total of $1,553,238. Grand total is $5,642,184. Overall, March year-to-date net income is favorable by $97,000 versus the budget. It's mainly due to higher revenue and timing of expenses. March year-to-date revenue is up $14,000 versus the budget due to higher rent to real property. That's the solar field, franchise fees of Cablevision, the sales tax, building permit, summer camp, TGDT, and facility rentals. Overall, March year-to-date expenses are favorable to the budget by $82,000. To the board member reports, Councilman Redinger.
I've just been reviewing these software systems we're going to be discussing tonight.
Okay. Councilman Harrington.
I have nothing to report other than that I've been finally getting out and talking to some constituents in my area. and I should have something more to report in the near future.
Thank you. Thank you. Councilman Derlin?
Not much to report either, other than getting ready for the meeting.
Okay. And Councilman McGivney?
I'd just like to reiterate what Supervisor Frazier said about the cleanup day on April 18th, this Saturday. Weather's going to be 69 and sunny, so it should be a nice day. It's a great opportunity for high school kids that are required to do community service to graduate. So it's a good opportunity to get some time in on that. That's all I had.
Okay, thank you. Town Clerk?
Two reminders, it's fishing season and we of course sell the New York State fishing license for both freshwater and saltwater. Secondly, Time Warner Park does have a fishing pass, which is free to all residents and $30 to non-residents. So you just stop in the town clerk's office to pick that up. Also a note from Recreation. They wanted to remind everybody this weekend, April 18th and 19th, there will be a youth mountain bike race on the trails at Time Warner Park run by NICA, which is New York Interscholastic Cycling Association. And they're just reminding residents that the park will be open to the public. However, there will be limited parking and sections of the park will be utilized for the race. So if there's any issues, call the park office and they will handle it. And that's
Very
all I
good.
have.
Member approving that?
Yes.
Thank you. Highway Superintendent?
Okay. The board has seen that 284 is out.
Yeah.
Your approvals on what we plan to do this year. You guys have any questions?
Yeah, we have it right here. Get everybody's.
Yeah, just let me know if you have questions. We have two roads that we're gonna put off till next year. One is Jennifer Hill, the other one is Highview. Jennifer Hill has kind of been on the radar for a few years. We were waiting for engineering on that one, surveys, because there are easements and right of ways that we're gonna have to deal with on that. Highview just didn't fare well through the winter. The councilman who lives on Highview, I'm sure he can attest to that.
There's some potholes.
Yeah, well, it's more than potholes. Now we have a lot of alligator cracking and the asphalt just isn't holding up. So that'll be on the docket for next year. I got a letter from New York State DOT. Any of our town roads that meet with a state road, we now have to get a permit from the state to join their road with our, if we're gonna do any kind of improvements like paving. Like an example would be Tompkins Road. If we take
Yes.
Tompkins out to 82, before we can do that work, we have to get a permit from the state. I do have in your 284, I have Burbank Village and Milewood both meet Route 82 state, so I've got to get permit from them. And it's pretty lengthy permit process, so hopefully I can get that done before, so we can get that work done. We had a meeting with the CHIPS people that help pay for a lot of the work that we do. Not a whole lot has changed with their program. So we'll put that into motion. Hopefully we can get reimbursed for a lot of our work that we do, hopefully in the third quarter of this year. On another note, right now I have one guy out with a pretty severe leg injury. He's been out almost a month. We're waiting to get him back. Don't anticipate him back for at least another 3 weeks. And just a side note, it was not an on-the-job accident, so we don't have a cop case there. But one of my other guys is going out week after next for a double hernia, so I'm going to be down to 2 guys on my crew. So please be patient with us. It's hard to do anything with just 2 guys, especially out on the roads where I won't have anybody flagging or anything like that. So it becomes a real safety issue for the crew. So we'll be doing mowing mainly, and like we're going to be working with the parks and doing one of the
Right.
settling ponds that we're responsible to maintain. Other than that, I think that's all we got.
Okay. Animal control didn't come in. Fire department, Councilman Redinger, would you like to read that, please?
Sure. Up to date, we have collected 169 pounds of aluminum tabs for Ronald McDonald Charities in Albany. I again thank everyone who has been collecting tabs. People can still drop off their aluminum tabs here at Town Hall. As a reminder, we're working with and collecting those on behalf of our local Home Bureau chapter, who will deliver them to Ronald McDonald House Charities in Albany. Our efforts have also encouraged other Home Bureau chapters in the state to begin collecting tabs. Every little bit helps. And two, reminder, the annual New York State DEC statewide burn ban has been in effect since March 16th and will continue through May 14th. With the high winds that we've been experiencing, a small ember can ignite dry brush and spread extremely quickly. Any questions, contact the New York State DEC or visit their website. Submitted, Kathy Welsh.
Okay, thank you. I'll go back up a minute. I neglected to get the minutes approved. We have both 3/18 and April 1st minutes for approval tonight.
I'll make
Motion to
that
effect?
motion.
Yep, okay.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, carried. Tax collector.
Good evening, guys. Happy spring and happy belated birthday, Steve Frazier, Supervisor. Had to do it.
Yeah.
And then I echo you with the fire department. It was a wonderful event and definitely all the awards that we're giving was it was just beautiful to see and all the calls everybody went on. I mean, we're blessed to have the guys that we have and women that do what they do for our town.
Right.
Definitely could use more people there. I am now appointed the treasurer for the fire department also, so I'm pretty excited for that. So I'm going to back up to March 31st. Our town was at 85% with our taxes to date. As of today, April 15th, we were at 89% versus 2025. We were at 90%. So we're a little bit behind. The good news is our penalties are up and we get to keep that money in our town. Sorry for the residents, but happy for our department. We're at $6,098.63 versus last year of $2,536 dollars. And again, thank you for letting me change to the M&T Bank because we do have with interest from the bank, $1,700. So that pays for all of our postage. So this department's doing very well. Starting, let's see, April 30th is still 3%. When we go into May, we're going up to 4%. And we do get to collect to June 2nd, being that it does fall on a weekend. So keep that in mind for all of you. Andrea and I will have all of our second notices going out at the end of this month. To date, we have 111 bills that are still unpaid. So look out for those. And just a reminder, Andrea is here 9 to 4, Monday through Thursday. I'm here 9 to 2 for in-person, and the drop box is there. If you do bring it to the post office, please, please, please make it hand stamped so I don't have to charge you the further penalties on that. Other than that, I hope to see everybody on Saturday to clean up our streets.
Okay, very good. Thank you. County legislator.
Good evening, everyone. There's a lot going on up at the legislature. But one thing I wanted to bring to your guys' attention was there's going to be a fuel tax reduction. So basically starting January 1st, running through December 1st, you're only going to pay county tax on the first $3. I've seen gas almost as high as $5 and around the area, depending on what you're buying. So up to $3, you will pay tax. Anything after that, you will not pay county tax on. It's supposed to be a savings of almost $460,000 to the residents of Dutchess County to try to help with, the rising costs of everything that's going on. So trying to do a little bit for everybody to try to get everybody keep a little money in their pocket. And this will apply to gas and diesel fuel. So thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, new business. We had a member of our Board of Assessment review. His term expired and did not reapply. So one of our residents, Michael Marr, has expressed interest in that, and we did an interview with him here tonight. I think everybody was pleased with how that went. And we have a resolution here to appoint him to the Board of Assessment Review. Councilman Derlin, would you like to read that, please?
Sure can. Town of Unionville Town Board Resolution number 39 of 2026. Resolution appointing Board of Assessment Review Member. Whereas there now exists on the Town of Unionville Board of Assessment Review a vacancy due to the expiration of the term of John Ryan, and whereas Michael Mayer has expressed an interest in being appointed to a position on the Board of Assessment Review. Now therefore be it resolved as follows. The recitations above set forth are incorporated in this resolution as if fully set forth and adopted herein. The Town Board of the Town of Unionville hereby designates and appoints Michael Mayer to the Board of Assessment Review effective immediately as follows. And the term would expire September 30th, 2030.
Have a second on that, please?
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Councilman Harrington.
Aye.
Councilman Rettinger.
Aye.
Supervisor Frazier.
Aye.
Councilman McGivney.
Aye.
Councilman Derland.
Aye.
Okay, thank you.
Steve, we skipped over
Congratulations.
We skipped item 8,
public comments.
or 9, rather.
Oh, I did. I'm sorry. Any public comment on agenda items? I apologize. No. Okay.
Takes care of that.
Yep. Okay, I sent them out an email. I believe I sent you a link to look at as well. We have an opportunity to use some software. It is an expense and job tracking software. Would help every department to track their tasks. It's a task tracking thing you can enter with jobs, and then have the subordinates factor in and log in and, show their progress on what those jobs are, how they're at. It also has an expense tracking portion in it where highway and parks could track expenses for each particular piece of equipment. Could help us make decisions on when it's time to replace something versus repairing. Once you purchase the software, we have unlimited use of it. Price, I'll get the details on that, but I just wanted to put this in front of you at this point. I do believe it would increase our efficiency here and help with both budgeting and, maintaining the vehicles and determining when it's time to do replacement again versus repairing on them. I can set up an online demonstration if anybody would be interested in that as well. Any questions on that?
Is it a contract? You just buy it once and then?
Yeah, you buy it once. There's an annual fee for it. And then there's a setup expense. The setup expense is fairly significant. I believe the fee is around $7,000 annually. But they would prorate it then whenever we do decide to buy into it. It would be prorated for the remainder of the year. And then, the following calendar year would be the full cost.
About updates.
Updates would be included and unlimited training. That's the setup fees for all the training involved with it.
Is it app-based or?
Yes, yeah, so anybody with a tablet, then, we can send people out in the field with a tablet and can log in, right on the job and keep track of the progress of how that job is running.
Is there any other local towns that we're aware of that is using this particular software?
Some of the school districts are, and I can get you that information as well. So I don't recall specifically which one it was, but I did notice a school district that I recognized on there.
So I had looked at the website. It was very hard to figure out exactly what's going on. It was a whole lot of buzzword jargon, as with a lot of these automated systems they're trying to sell. From my experience, these can be very good, but they're only as good as the buy-in you have from the key users. So I would say, we clearly need a demo for people, but I would say it would be best to include in that demo everybody from those departments that would
Right.
best benefit, because if they're not gonna actively use it, then it's gonna be totally useless.
I agree,
And if they do,
100%.
it'll be absolutely probably beneficial,
Yeah,
but that's just critically important.
yeah, and I do agree with that. You know,
Yeah.
it's only as good as the information you put into it.
I use two of them at work. One of them, everybody uses, the other one, nobody will even
Right,
touch.
it's-
It's like whether they buy in or not, like Josh was saying. So, have you talked to the department heads already about it?
Somewhat. So I've spoken with Ed, I spoke with Vincent, and down the hall as well. I hadn't got a chance to speak with Andrea, but I believe she could benefit from it as well.
Okay.
But yeah, I believe every department here could track, keep track of what they have in front of them. And, better manage their time and the jobs at hand and be less things falling through the cracks as well. I'll get further information and I'll certainly set you up, with the online demo if you'd like to do that as well.
Sure.
I mean, I saw on their website, they had some lists of other clients. If they're able to give a list
Right.
of municipalities our size, might be beneficial for us to actually get in touch with those municipalities
Yeah.
and see if we could just speak with them to see what their experience is. Because obviously it just depends so much on the specifics, on being able to get the cost back.
Right.
They might not give that out. I don't know.
Well, if they want to sell
Yeah.
their product, I
If
think
they
they
could.
do. Yeah. I got a little more information on the Millennium. There was a lag time in that. Apparently, the sales representative we were dealing with was out of town for a week or two. But I did learn that by partnering with Pauling, we can get a $1,000 discount on that. There's an annual fee. It was 5,000, now drops to 4,000 if we partner with Pauling. And then the grant writing fee was $150 per hour. And they put a somewhat semi-hard ceiling of about $7,500 per application.
Yeah.
And most of them would be likely less. There's no guarantee that we would get the grants that we apply for. But if we don't apply for them, we know we're not getting them.
Do they research the grants too? And
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's the thing. We give them a list of things
Yeah.
that we'd like to do and they
Try to find
go out and find them, if they're available. And that's a major portion of
Yeah.
the program. I've tried using Google to find grants.
Yeah.
They have a whole dashboard that
and-
you can tailor to your specific needs, and it just funnels through all the grants that would be specifically available.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just,
Might
there's
be
so
easier.
much information that comes back on a Google search that I don't know how to
Right.
find it.
And they spoke about partnering with another town. You said Pauling, is Pauling actively looking at?
Yes.
Also?
Yeah, I've been in contact with their supervisor. They had actually been looking at this company because they weren't happy with their own when I contacted her and they were happy to jump on board and look at getting a discount. There's gonna be an online demonstration question answer tomorrow. I believe at 1:00. I think I sent the invitation out to you all. If you're available, by all means, sign on and you can ask any questions there about it. That's pretty much the extent of our agenda here. Any public comment on town issues? Okay, we're gonna motion to pay the bills, please.
So move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, thank you. We have an executive session for legal advice regarding a performance bond release. We'll be going across the hall for a short time. That really concludes the business portion of the meeting. And our next meeting will be here May 6th at 7:30 PM. And I'd like a motion to move into executive session, please.
Take the motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, thank you. You might want to come across too, Ed. Executive session, please.
Make the motion.
Second.
Okay, all in favor? Opposed? Okay, no decisions were made and no funds were allocated. As I mentioned, our next meeting is at May 6th, here at 7:30, and I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. Actually, motion to pay the bills.
No, you did that. You're good.
We did do that?
Yeah, we
Okay,
did that.
yep.
So moved.
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you.